use this to manipulate men. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Because I'm going to teach you how to make men obsessed with you. There are many ways to do it. This is just one of them, darling. But this is one of the most powerful ways. And let me tell you this. You can do this regardless of what age you are. You can do this whether you are a traditionally or conventionally attractive woman, or you're a woman who feels that you're more normal. Fine. It works for everyone. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It can even work for you in a relationship that may be a little bit more mature, an established relationship. So I want you to listen close, all right? And click like and click share, all right? If you want to make a man obsessed with you, what you need to do is you have to make him feel like you have other options without ever telling him that you have other options. Let me explain what I mean, because some of you all are going to hear this and you're going to jump off and try to do it, and you're not going to hear the full lesson on how to do it, and you're going to mess it up and you're going to create trouble for yourself, all right? Here's what you have to understand is this. Men are male-centered. What do I mean by that? All right? Men only want you when they believe that other men want you. This should not be a surprise to you, but for some of you all, you're not using it to your benefit in the right way. And that's why you're chasing men and they're not chasing you. Men have to believe that other men want you, that other men find you attractive, and that when you're not in his presence, you are facing men that are his competition. I'm not saying that he likes this, but this is the thing that makes him obsessed with you. This is the thing that makes him pursue you. This is the thing that makes him commit to you. Men don't commit to you because you're kind and sweet and wonderful. They commit to you when they want to take you off the market from everyone else, because they recognize that you're all these good things and they don't want anyone else to have you. That's why they try to lock you down quickly when they really like you. It's not that you're incredible. It's that they fear that someone else will see that you're incredible and that someone else will take you, all right? So let me talk to you about how we do this, okay? And I'm telling you this right now before we get into the lesson. Do not use this for manipulation. Do not. You only do this with a man that you know that you want. You only do this with a man that you know deep down inside, this is your guy. To do this with someone else, it's just cruel. You don't want to manipulate a man. Yeah, you could do other men and he'll probably buy you things and take you on trips and all those things, but don't do that to those types of men. You only want to do this with the kind of man that you want, because if you do it on the wrong man, it could backfire, okay? So here's what we have to think about, okay? When you are dealing with a man, one of the biggest risks and one of the biggest issues that you can ever do, one of the worst things you can ever do when you meet a man that you like, is start to cut off your other options prematurely. Rather, it is cutting off your dating website. Let's say you're on a dating website or something like that. To cut off the dating website, to stop dating other guys, to take things out of your life where this guy is getting most of your time and attention. And more than that, you tell him that he's getting most of your time and attention. When a man knows that he is getting all of your attention, you have literally lost all power. Right? Because what does he have to work for? A man's desire to lock it down with you, a man's desire to pursue you, is all based on trying to pull you off the market. I don't care how much he genuinely loves you. It's all about competing with men, other men for that matter, for a scarce resource. And you, as a beautiful woman, okay, as a beautiful feminine energy person, you're a scarce resource. When you walk out the house beautiful, when you're feminine and soft, and you just make his world amazing simply by your presence, you're a scarce resource. And he fears in his mind that other men will see you the same way. So what will happen is this. His pursuit of you, all the good things he does, how he chases you down, how he calls you back to back, how he double texts you when you don't text him back too quickly. These are all things that he's doing to stay on your radar so that another man will not get a foothold in your life. And when you let him know that he's the only one that you're talking to, when you let him know he's the only one you're dating, when you cut off your dating website or your dating website membership and stop doing the things that expose you to other men, when you do that prematurely, what you're doing is taking your power away, because you're letting him know that he doesn't have competition. So here's how you work it out, okay? I'm going to give you a couple of techniques, okay? They work pretty well, darling. I know a little bit about these things, okay? So first of all, when you first meet him, all right, let's say, for example, I know a lot of you all meet men on dating websites and things of that nature. When you first meet him, independent of where you have met him, what I need you to do is when you go out with him and he's talking and he's asking, are you talking to other people? You know, are you dating right now? Anything like that? You answer honestly. He says, you dating other people? You talking to other people? You know, I'm just kind of seeing what's out there. You know, I'm looking for my king, but you know, I'm just exploring who he may be. I'm looking for my king and just seeing what's out there. He says, well, you know, what you looking for? I don't know. Depends on the person. I'll know when I find it. I'll know how it feels. Ambiguity drives them crazy. See, when we were younger, we were taught, let a man know that you're available and so on and so forth and blah, 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 blah. Basically make it easy for him to slam dunk and feel like he can land you. No, darlings. You don't do that, okay? You all get so afraid that you're going to push men away by him understanding that you have options. You're not going to do that. You're going to pull him in closer, okay? Men want to pursue what they believe other men are pursuing. You hear where I'm going with this? And so from that particular perspective, if he asks if you are talking to other people, dating other people, anything like that, you don't say, yeah, I'm dating this guy named Tony, I'm dating this guy. You never give names, anything like that. But you always want to just be like, well, you know, I'm just seeing what's available. Or if he implies, I know you going out with other people. I know somebody like you. I know you get a lot of attention, huh? You get a lot of attention. Well, I got your attention. Let me try that again for you girls. Okay, you need to hear. I know you be getting a lot of attention. I know dudes be asking for your number all the time. I know they be up in your DMs, huh? I got your attention. Less is more. Stop talking too much. All that over explaining, all that over talking, all that kind of stuff is literally exposing your weak spots. You know what I'm saying? Stop using 7 words. Use what you can say in 3 or 4. Stop. You ain't got to do all of that. No, you just simply, I got your attention. He like, well, what's that supposed to mean? You are so cute. Anyway, why are we talking only about me? Tell me, how's your life look? What do you do? What do you do with your routine? How's your day-to-day life? Change the subject. Girl, it's going to drive him crazy. The less that men know about you, it's this. I'm going to give you this equation, okay? And I'm not a math kind of girly, okay? When a man desires you a lot, okay? He desires you a lot, all right? But he knows very little about you, okay? That equilibrium, do I sound like I'm educated in this? That equilibrium makes a man go crazy over you. It makes you enigmatic. You know what I mean by that? You're an enigma. They can't figure you out, right? That makes them want you more. When you're going out on the weekend, for example, okay, and you go to dinner. I don't care if you go to dinner with your girlfriends, okay? Take a picture of the table. Take a picture of the table. Listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Take a picture of the table. Don't show your girlfriend sitting right there. Just take a picture of the table. He don't have to know who else is at the table with you when you post it on your Instagram story. He gonna text you. Yeah, so how was your night? What was you doing tonight? How was your night? How was your night last night? You know how they do. It was amazing. You remember, we don't use 7 words where 1 word will do. Amazing. Oh, for real? Where you go? What was you doing? I just went to dinner. Let the silence squeeze his anxiety out. Just went to dinner. Oh, for real? Who you went with? Who you went with? A friend. Why are you interviewing me? How was your night? You give him a sense of competition without ever confirming that competition exists. You hear where I'm going with this? Now, why do we do this? Okay, because I'm going to tell you this right now. The only people who won't like what I'm teaching you are the men who know how powerful this is. Okay? Why do we do this? Is it about games? No. Is it about manipulation? Absolutely not. What it's about is marketing to what men find most attractive. Men don't want you when they think other men don't want you. Period. That's why when you post a photo with your new man, why so many of them start reaching out. It's because you have done something that has indicated to him that you have higher market value. And so with a lot of men, they're not expecting you to cheat on your man or leave your man. What they will say to you is, hey, if it don't work out, hit me up. And they mean that. Because what they're now saying is, I now recognize your market value because you validated it by showing yourself with another man. And therefore, if it don't work, hit me up. I want to be next in line. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me men don't do this. And for those of y'all who are asking, I wish I had my book right here. The name of my book is called, it's a bestseller already. It's called Get Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to Let Go of the Stuff That's Holding You Back. It's a bestseller because it's changing lives, changing relationships, and changing mindsets. It's by MJ Harris, yours truly. Just look it up on Amazon or wherever books are sold. And if you want to schedule a coaching session with me, a one-on-one coaching session, with me to get your life together, all right? Click the link that's directly above or below this video or the link that's on any of my social media pages. You'll see it right there. You can schedule time with me. I do have some openings starting in February. January is booked up at this point in time, but starting next month I do have some openings that'll come up. All right, thank you so much, Coco. She said, great book, ladies, read it. All right, it's called Get Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to Letting Go of the Stuff That's Holding You Back. That's the name of my book. Just look up MJ Harris. It's a gold book. You can't miss it. But see, so when you post a picture of yourself with another man, right, that's why men run after you at that point in time, right? Think about this. So if that's how they react to it when you are when you're going into a relationship with someone else, how do you think they react to the idea of you dating someone else or potentially dating someone else? They want to compete for you. Right? They want to win. The weakest position you can ever be in as a woman and as a feminine energy person is for a man to think that he's your only option. I'm going to take it a step further. If you want to make a man obsessed with you, listen to me. You have to level up on the way that you look. Listen, you need to take care of how you look. You need to take care of your skin. Take care of your hair. Take care of your body. I'm not telling you that you got to be some skinny mini and lose all the weight. You can have a big back, baby, but make sure that you're wearing things that complement that, because there's a lot of men out here who like a woman with a little shape on her. But still, are you wearing something that complements that shape? You need to make sure that when that man sees you at any point in time that he sees you, yes, the book is available on Audible as well. That's actually better selling than the hardcover book when I'm reading the book. You need to make sure that every time this man sees you, you look your best. I don't care if he's coming over to your house for you to cook some food and y'all gonna watch TV. You need to be wearing the cute clothes. You need to be smelling good. At least have a tinted moisturizer on your face. That man should not be seeing your bare face. No, I'm sorry. I'm old school. It's not about trying to market to old school femininity or anything like that, right? What it's about is helping that man to see that you operate at a certain level at all times. Listen to what I'm saying, because I'm about to give you something strategic, all right? It's helping him to see that you operate at a certain aesthetic at all times, at least when you with him. He don't know when he's outside of your presence, right, that you just be looking regular as hell, okay? He don't need to know that, all right? But he needs to think that this is your norm, because when that happens, subconsciously, he will believe that when you go out into the street, you're always operating at this level, which means he will know, or believe for that matter, that you're getting attention when you go out into the world because you look like this, right? You need that man to think that every time you walk out the house, you look like that beautiful person that he's attracted to. Because men have globalized thinking, so do women. You know what globalized thinking is? I'll give you an example. You ever seen a woman where she thinks that everybody in the world wants her man? Right? She's like, oh my God, every time a woman come around and talk, that's mine. Somebody be trying to talk to me, she jumping in the conversation. She thinks that everybody wants her man. It's globalized thinking. She globalizes, meaning projects onto everyone that everyone sees her man the way that she sees her man. Right? So she's always in competition with everyone else because she thinks that we all see him in the same way, rather we do or don't. Men do the same thing. They do. They hide it a little bit better sometimes, but they do the exact same thing. When they think that you are exceptionally attractive and that you take care of yourself, they believe that all other men, or most other men for that matter, will view you in the same way. And when they think that, then what they will do is that will give them a sense of anxiety, not in a bad way, but a little angst in their chest every time you're out of their presence. That's why that man will text you throughout the day, hey, how you doing, what you doing? It's because he's kind of trying to clock you, what you doing, what you up to. He's trying to stay on your radar because he's believing you're walking around the world looking like that beautiful person that he remembers from yesterday, that he remembers from when he first met you. When you maintain a certain standard, that man gonna get a little heat in his chest every time you go out. Where you going? Or who you hanging out? When y'all gonna be done? All right, no, I'm just checking. I just want to make sure you're safe. I'm just trying to make sure you're good. I heard, people be out here in these streets. I just want to make sure you're good. So let me know when you make it home. Girl, he is not worried about you getting robbed in the streets. He know you live in a safe neighborhood. It's because he worried about you not coming home because he think that somebody else going to snatch you up. I want to say it in reverse because some of y'all need to hear from the other way, okay? A man will never be obsessed with you if he feels like when you walk out the door, other men are not looking at you. Those kind of men who say, I ain't never got to worry about my wife. Subconsciously, he basically saying, don't nobody ever look at her. Yeah, she a good woman. Ain't nobody looking at her. Does that sound like a man's going to be obsessed with you when he thinks that? When he think, nah, she all right. No. And men think like this. A man can love you, but that don't mean he cherish you. A man can love you, but that doesn't mean that he's willing to chase after you and literally be obsessed with you. And when I say obsession, I'm not talking about psychosis. I'm talking about that you are a pivotal part of that man's mind. From the moment he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep, you are consistently on his mind. He's thinking about your well-being, thinking about where you're at. When you're on the date with him, he's planning the next date. He wants to stay in touch with you. If he goes more than a couple hours or even more than a day without talking to you, he feels like something's off. That everything he does is in pursuit of trying to get commitment out of you and trying to move forward. Even after he gets a commitment out of you, it's about trying to move things forward. How do we get towards engagement, marriage, moving in together? Men rush things faster than women rush things in relationships. Trust me when I tell you this. Men will rush faster than women if they really want you. And that's why if a man ain't trying to move you fast and is not being consistent and insistent about his desire to move forward with you, then that should tell you something right there. Because when a man really wants you, honey, he does not know time. All he knows is now. And so if a man feels like when you walk out the door, he ain't got to worry about nobody looking at you, girl, you've lost all power. And I know some of y'all are already in relationships. You say, dang, I already messed up. I saw someone's comment here. They said, MJ, I feel like I already messed this up. Too late for me. It's not too late for you, baby. It's not too late for you at all. Trust me. This works real good if you're already in a relationship. Girl, start taking care of yourself. Honey, you can go to that bathroom right now. Or when you get up in the morning and say, today is the day, honey. Do your hair in the morning. You know how to do your hair? Set a hair appointment. Get a good wig, honey. Get your brows done. He gonna say, what, you got a meeting at work today? You look different. Well, you got a meeting at work today? No. Just you in the mirror. No. Act confused when he say it. He's like, you got a meeting? Why you dressed up? What you mean? What you mean why I'm dressed up? Baby, hand me my blush right there. Right there. What you mean? Nah, you just look different. You look good. You like it? Good. Give me a kiss. Okay. No, I'm good. I just want to wear something different today. Okay. Anyway, push you a little bit. Baby, I need a little money. Yeah. It's the best time to ask for something. He gonna start to wonder what's going on. Why she dressed like that? Where's she going? She got a new coworker? No, it's harmless. Well, you dressing different now. Now, see, the first day he gonna be thrown off a little bit. The 5th day he gonna be scared. Yeah, baby. Did you say you had a new coworker? Chris, what are you talking about? I was wondering, did you ever? I don't know if I heard you say you had a new coworker or something like that. And you know why he asked him? Why are you asking that? I never said I had a new coworker. I never said. What are you talking about? Are you mixing up our conversations with somebody else? I never said that. Why do you think that? No, I just was wondering. I mean, you be looking different. Oh, for real? I don't know what you're trying to imply. I'm doing this for you, baby. You don't like the way I look? You don't like the way I look, baby? Okay, baby. Hand me my bag. Put him to work. Always put him to work. Hand me my bag, baby. Thank you. And you head out. Change it up, girl. Start going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Start taking care of yourself. Start wearing clothes even around the house that compliment your body. These men, in a lot of cases, are not valuing you, and they're not trying to move forward with you, not because you're not a woman of value, but because the fact of the matter is, I'm going to be real with y'all, some of y'all ain't going to want to hear this. In a lot of cases, men are not moving forward and trying to commit to you because they're waiting to see if something better comes along. And let me tell you what I mean by that. What do I mean by better? They're waiting to see if something more desirable comes along. And do you know how men measure desirability? It's not by your beauty. It's by, is this the best that I can get access to? Think about it. How do men choose their cars? They choose their car based on what will impress other men. They don't care about what you think. It's about what will impress other men. How do men choose the clothes they're going to wear? It's about what's going to impress other men. This isn't even no gay stuff. This is just how men operate. It's competitive. It's the animal kingdom. You see what I'm saying? How do men choose what jobs and what fields they go into? What will impress men? They can make some good money and they're going to be fine. That's going to work for y'all, honey. Let's be real about it, okay? But in so many ways, what guides men is based on what's going to impress other men. So if he does not see you as the kind of woman that is impressive to other men, if he does not see you as the kind of person that is literally the best of the best that he can get access to, then he's going to hold out and keep you around while he's keeping himself open for an option that's best. Because see, here's the thing about women, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, but a lot of y'all will choose a man who's got potential and then will wait on him to build into that potential, or you'll try to build him yourself for that matter, and we know how that goes. Men won't do that. When do you ever hear a man talking about waiting on potential? What a man wants is something that he believes is the best that he can get access to. Right? And if he doesn't think you're that, then he is not going to commit that quickly to you because he's holding out for something better in his eyes. But here is the way that we crack the code. By understanding that men's definition of what is the best has nothing to do with you being the best looking, the most successful, or the skinniest. It has to do with, does he believe that other men want you? Listen. If you want to make a man obsessed with you and lock it down with you quickly, then make him believe that other men are pursuing you. I'm going to tell you a quick little story, all right? It's quick. I'm not saying I did this. I'm not saying I didn't do this. But I remember when I was a young girl, all right? All right? I don't remember what age I was. I'm not going to say because I don't want my ex to know when it happened. So there was this guy. I was in my 20s, okay? We can play around with 10 years, all right? There was this guy who I was really enjoying getting to know, baby. When I first met him, he took me out. We had such a wonderful date. We spent time together. And see, the thing about me was at that point in my life, I was the kind of gal who brought a U-Haul on the first date. Meaning that I was like, we go on this first date and I like you, baby. We ain't never got to spend an evening apart from here. Literally, I wanted to see you every day. Right? And that worked when I was in my early 20s and in college and stuff like that, because that's how young people move. But as you get older, that don't work out like that, because fast in is sometimes fast out. Sometimes. Right? So anyway, I met this guy, and he was amazing. He had a good job. He was so handsome. Everything about him I really liked, and he just liked me so much. We liked each other, but here was the thing. He was moving very slow. He was not moving quick enough for me. He just was not moving quick enough for me. We go out to dinner. Now, don't judge me, okay? But we go out to dinner, and then after dinner, I was used to, people being like, okay, so what you doing? You want me to drive you home? Okay? He wasn't doing nothing like that. He probably was a gentleman. You know what I mean? Whatever. I was one of those fast tail girls, so whatever. And then I just felt like, when I would try to get a sense of what he wanted, we're just getting to know each other. And that drove my insecurities through the roof. Now, call it trauma, call it rush. I just not accustomed to men moving that slow. I'm like, cause I'm like, for me, ever since I was a young bro, you see what I'm saying? Young. I was so accustomed to guys moving fast. Since I was like 14, 15 years old, I never had to ask a guy to be in a relationship. They would lock it down quick. So this was very outside of my element. I'm serious. And so anyway, I wasn't feeling what was going on with that. All right. And let me tell you what happened. And I didn't do this on purpose. I promise you I didn't do this on purpose. Okay. But there was this like kind of bar restaurant place which I met him at. Okay. I don't even know if it's still open. Right. It was right off of, what's the name of that street? 14th Street in DC. I used to go there like on Friday nights normally. With my friends. That's where I met him at initially, right? And he would go there normally, because I saw him there a couple times even before I met him, so I knew he would go occasionally. Well, he wasn't moving quick enough. And so this one particular night, someone else asked me what I was doing. Now, of course, I wanted to be with him. I enjoyed spending time with him. And what I used to do in the past was I met a guy. I liked him. Comment below if you identify with this, let's be honest. And I would cut off all other options. I'm spending time with him. I leave my weekend plans open, wait on him to make plans with me, right? But I'm not doing this time around, right? Because he's not a sure bet yet. So this dude was like, hey, what you doing this Friday night? I was like, nothing. I was like, well, let's just meet up, go out, hang out, get a drink, whatever. He's like, cool. He said, where you want to go? I was like, you can meet me at XYZ. That place. I said, meet me there. Right? And so he's like, cool. And so I said, when you get there, let me know so I can come out and get you. He's like, what? I was like, I can bring you up to where I'm sitting. The reason why I did that was because I realized that the guy was going to be there. So I had already gotten there early, so he was already there. I could see him like in the back with his friends. And I'd already said hello to him or whatever, but we were there separately, right? So I went to go get the new guy who I was going on a date with, right? He's like, I'm here. So I went out to go meet him at the door. I was like, come on in. So he comes in. And when he comes in, of course, he's like, good to see you. He goes, give me that hug. I'm not that tall. So I reached my arms up around his neck to hug his neck. You know how you do that? He's leaning down, everything like that, give you that good warm hug. And then we walked back to the little area where I was sitting at. Homeboy, the original one, who had not committed to me yet, okay, who was let's take it slow, he was sitting on the other side. Girls, you know our peripheral vision is amazing, right? I saw him the whole time. I could feel the heat, honey. I could feel the heat of his obsession kicking up right there. I could feel it. Now, see, if I was young and insecure, I would have been like, oh no, I don't want to do that. That's just going to make him mad. He's going to not like me. And I'm not recommending that y'all do this. I'm just telling you how I learned the lesson. So we sat there. And what I did strategically was I sat on the side of the table where my back was to like the restaurant, and he sat where his back was to the wall so he could see out, right? A lot of guys want to see out, right? So I'm sitting like this. So my back was to old boy. So I couldn't see his stares, but I could feel it, right? And so I was just like sitting there like laughing and everything like that. Not doing too much, but doing just enough, right? Baby, why at one point in time I was like, excuse me, I need to get up and go to the restroom. So I goes into the restroom. Guess who followed me to the restroom a couple minutes later? As I'm coming out, he's stopping. He's coming into the door. So as I'm coming out the restroom, like it's like a little area, right? So I'm coming out of there. He puts his hand like right here, and he's like, and he does this like gently to push me back in. And I was like, hey, I jokingly said, I thought you had left already. Played dumb. I played dumb, right? If I'm good at anything, I can play dumb, right? And so I was like, hey, I was like, I thought you left already. And then he was just like, nah, I'm still here. Who you here with? He can't even hold back. Who you here with? I was like, what? He's like, who you here with? Remember, never confirm. I was like, I'm with my friend. He's like, your friend? I don't feel like I met this friend before. I was like, we've only been talking to each other for a couple months. I didn't say dating, talking. We've only been talking to each other for a couple months. I've not ever met everyone in your life. He just a friend? Are you okay? I asked him. Yes, he's my friend. Why are you asking me all these questions? No, I was just cool. I was curious. I ain't seen him before. I was just curious. I was like, okay. I was like, well, anyway, I need to get back to the table. I don't want to be rude. Now, see, inside of me, there was this little small fear that was like, oh, shoot, he's never going to talk to me again. I'm going to push him away. He's going to think I'm taken. This is going to offend him. No. Did it hurt his feelings? Mm-hmm. Did it step on his big toes? Mm-hmm. Did it make him call me that night to check on, hey, I'm just making sure you made it home safe? Mm-hmm. And the next day, did he text me again saying, hey, what you doing today? What you doing? You want to hang out? I just want to catch up so we can talk. Mm-hmm. And did it get me a commitment within several days? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what he did. He hit me up the next day talking about some, hey, what you doing this weekend? Just a couple things. What's going on? You never say, I'm not busy. You never say, I ain't got nothing going on. You never say, you say, just a couple things. What's going on? You always say that. Just a couple things. What's going on? Okay? He was like, nah, I was just trying to see if, if you was free this evening. Yeah, I should. I think I maybe, what time were you thinking? Like 8? Could we make it 9? Act like I got something beforehand. Yeah, cool, we can. Okay, cool. Just let me know where you want to meet up. So I get there. When I come in, girl, of course, you got to look good as I don't know what in this circumstance. You got to come in looking good, smelling good. The perfume that he liked, that he always compliment, wear that. The outfit that he liked, wear that. It's game time, girls. It's game time. This is Super Bowl. Okay? So you come in there. Hey, how are you? It's so good to see you. And he's like, yeah, I'm good. So I guess you was busy last night, huh? Oh, I guess you was busy. Chris, why are you acting like this? What's going on? Don't even talk about the other guy. What's going on? Nothing, I'm just cool. I didn't know you was dating other people. Don't say, I'm not dating other people. That's the problem. Y'all be defending it. Don't defend nothing. Obsession is the byproduct of when they desire you and they don't know if they can get you. What are you talking about? Why are you asking me this? Why are you saying all this? Nah, I didn't say no. I mean, are you dating anybody else? Here's my answer. Hear it out. I'm not in a relationship with anybody. Was that a lie? I'm not in a relationship with anybody. All right. I'm like, so what's going on? Baby, when I tell you that man treated me so good that night, he want to do this, he want to do that. Magically, while we're sitting there at the dinner, he's talking about, I was thinking about so I need to take a vacation coming up. And when your next vacation time off, we should plan a trip to go someplace. He just throwing proposals out there, proposals. Well, that could be nice. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. That would be nice. That'd be really nice. Right? And he was just like, yeah, that could be cool. At the end of the date, he's talking about, so what you doing tomorrow? I may have some plans. All right, cool. Well, if you free up, just hit me up. We can do something. I ain't really got nothing going on. Okay. Girl, it went on like that day after day after day. He's texting, calling. Right? And to this one particular day, right? We go out on this particular, he was like, I think it was like, let's say that was a Saturday, right? So on this one particular day, maybe like by Thursday of that week, I don't even think it was by Friday of that week, right? We go out. And when we go out, right, we used to like some little cute dinner, right off the DuPont Circle area, right? We went up over there. And when we were out, he was just saying to me, he's like, so I got a question for you. I was like, what? So what you looking for? Like, what you looking for? Play dumb. What you mean? What you mean? What you looking for? Like you just trying to be friends? Like, what you looking for? Like, we've been spending time together. What you looking for? And I was just like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm enjoying spending time with you. Yeah, but like, how do you see me? I think you're amazing. So, does that mean like, do you want to focus on me or like, what are we doing? Turn it around on him. What do you want to do? What do you want us to do? You're asking me, I'm asking you. Hold on, y'all. Somebody on here. I know he's disturbing y'all. Okay. Y'all saw the comment. I could not read that comment. I'm like, no. Okay. I'm not doing that. But I was like, what do you want? What do you want? And he was just like, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like we should focus on each other. Listen to what he said. I feel like we should focus on each other. Why did he say that? He said that because what he was saying is, I don't want you available to the rest of the market. I feel like we should focus on each other. Men ask to commit to you when they believe that there's competition. But here's the thing, you can never tell him that there's competition. He has to believe it through seeing that you're attractive enough to get a lot of attention and so on and so forth. It's subtle, but powerful. And if you play this game the right way, he's going to try to lock it down with you. But let me tell you this, you don't have to lock it down before you're ready. Just because a man tells you, hey, why don't we focus on each other? Well, hey, why don't you, I got rid of my dating profile, why don't you get rid of yours? You don't have to do anything that he wants to do in his time. You do it in your time. The more you say no, the more he's going to pursue you anyway. He is. He's like, so why don't you get rid of your dating profile? Baby, why is that important to you? I'm sitting here with you. Why is that important to you? Because I just feel like, I got rid of mine. You do what you want to do. Okay. So I'm supposed to get rid of my dating profile for someone who's not my man? I don't understand. Well, so that's what you're saying? You want to be in a relationship? No, I'm just saying I don't understand what you want. You're telling me what you want me to do, but I don't understand what you really want. Put it on him. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want a man obsessed with you, if you want him to pursue you, if you want that man to chase you, then you have to embody such a powerful energy of bold femininity that helps him to understand and see through your actions, your aesthetic, your energy, that there is competition. The more that man believes that other men want you, the more he will pursue you and will try to lock it down. If you like this message, click like and click share. And if you don't have my best-selling book, Get Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to Letting Go of the Stuff That's Holding You Back, just search MJ Harris and you'll see my book wherever books are sold. Amazon's a great place. We've got Audible as well, where you hear me reading the book. It's a gold book, MJ Harris. And of course, if you want to schedule a private one-on-one coaching session with me, you can feel free to do that through the link that's directly above or below this video, or the link that's on my social media pages, all right? Never let a man believe that there's not competition out there. Don't tell him that there's competition, but give subtle hints to help him to understand that he needs to lock this down, because if he doesn't, someone else will.